From Crosby Village to your radio. Bliss Radio.
We're here in Pritchard's bookshop with Liverpool modern day legend John Arne Riise. Nice to meet you, John.
How are you?
I'm great, are you?
Very good.
He's just released his book, Running Man. Why? Where did the name come from?
Well, basically from my childhood, I used a lot of time to being bullied. I used my strength in running, so I was running a lot in the mornings before school and after school. So I thought the name was perfect for this kind of book, and when it comes out in English to make it Running Man, because that's what I'm known for, running a lot.
Absolutely. So growing up in Mold, Norway, who did you support and who were your inspirations?
To be honest, I didn't really support any teams in the Premier League when I was young. I was following a little bit Spurs because of Erik Thorsvedt. He was probably the first Norwegian who came to the Premier League, was a goalkeeper, he did well. But I wasn't really a fan. But it was only when I came to Liverpool I realised how big Premier League is. So it's always been Liverpool there since then, and it will be until I pass away.
Wow. How did you get discovered as a footballer?
Coming from a small town in Norway, it's not easy, but I had something about me. I had my left foot. We are a small country, so when people do something well, people know about it. So I went until these national team games, under 15, 16, 17s, and then I started doing well and trained hard. So, but yeah, mainly my left foot was my strength, and I used that to every advantage I could.
Yes, indeed. How did you feel when Liverpool came in for you?
Well, like I said before, I didn't really realise how big Liverpool is before I came. I knew they were one of the biggest, but when I signed, I was really surprised how massive they are worldwide, because we went on an Asia pre-season tour and it was ridiculous how many fans showed up in the training ground at the hotel. So, Liverpool is one of the biggest clubs in the world. I'm very honoured to be able to be playing here, and I enjoy it very much.
The city of Liverpool, what was life like?
To be honest, I said to my wife this morning, every time I come back to Liverpool, it's just something changed in my body, because this feels like a second home, and I had a great time here and love living here. So I'm not sure I'm going to stay in Norway for a long time, because I would like to come back to UK, and Liverpool is one of the cities I would like to move back to because of the people and the club and everything I had here as memories. So, yeah.
And the weather?
Well, the weather is similar to Norway, so I'm not surprised there.
Yeah, what were the differences in playing under Houllier and then Benitez?
I think Benitez is more tactical. I think Houllier was more free, the way he played football. I enjoyed playing on the boat. Houllier brought me to Liverpool, so I will always be grateful to Houllier. And Benitez gave me the chance to win the Champions League and the FA Cup, so I always be grateful to him. So I enjoy both, but they're different managers. Benitez is more tactical, more awareness of the opposition, how they play. But I'm just grateful for both of them.
Yes, talking about Istanbul. Now, I was in the south stand singing "You'll Never Walk Alone." Could you hear us?
Yes, we could. I couldn't hear you, but yeah, because we sit in the dressing room at half time, we were disappointed and we needed something to inspiration from somewhere, and the fans gave us that. So yes, we sit in the dressing room and we heard you sing "You Never Walk Alone" at half time, even though we rather wanted to go home.
Well, I'd love to know what really happened at half time, but I'm sure it's in the book, so I don't think you're going to tell me. But you can if you want.
It wasn't a big secret. It was just people. Benitez said something. CVG said something. We went into
that you can't say on air.
No, nothing bad. Nothing bad. Obviously, some swearing words, but nothing bad. We just want to go out and focus and try to score the first goal. That was mainly our target, to score the first goal and make AC Milan a little bit wary that we are still here. But it's not easy to score 3 goals in one half against the best team in Europe defensively that time. So, but we did it, and the rest is history.
Yep, it certainly is, and so is this. Is Bellamy still your friend?
No.
Simple answer, and I like it. Moving on. That goal.
Which one?
Everton, Man United, maybe even the League Cup. I don't know, there's so many great goals. I think that the goalpost's still shaking at Anfield, but...
You mean the Man U goal? Yeah, I mean, every time you come to a new club, you want to put yourself in respect. You respect the teammates, the fans and the club, and I wanted to go there to show that I'm good enough to play for this club, and what better way to show it than scoring some nice goals against some nice teams. I did that against Man U, and I think that helped a lot of to get myself into the team.
And that goal, the actual song came from when you scored against Everton, though, not Man United. But everyone thinks it's
because
the Man
I
United
heard
goal.
When I was taking the free kick, I heard someone singing that song, but I didn't know it was my song.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, I heard this song, but it's a Riise singing, but I can't really hear it because I was focused on the free kick. But when I took the free kick, obviously I listened after. Oh, it's my song. I was honoured, but I think people think it's come from the Man U goal, but it was actually from the Everton goal.
Yep, okay. Current Liverpool team, Andy Robertson. I'd like to get your opinions about Andy. And would you, in your prime, take his place?
You know what? I'm a big fan of Robertson. I was surprised when they signed him because we were looking for left back, and they signed him for only 8 million. So I was surprised they didn't go for like a bigger name. But he's been absolutely brilliant since he came. Last season, the last 2/3 of the season last year was unbelievable when he came to the team, and this season as well. I only want him to be more of a threat when it comes to scoring goals. I think he sometimes can shoot more. They played yesterday against PSG. He was 3 or 4 times in the box, and he always crosses. Sometimes change up your game and shoot. That's the only thing I'm missing for him. If I could take his place, I'm a confident guy, so yes, I would have played instead of him.
Well, you would score more goals, that's for sure. Would you love a Klopp hug?
To be honest, I've had a few Klopp hugs because I've been travelling with the team for pre-season. I met him a few times, always get a hug. And to be honest, I know what the players are saying because they're good hugs, really good hugs. And but I would have loved to be part of the team, and after the game when he comes on the pitch and give you a hug because you play well. I would love that one. Now it's just because he knows who I am and what I did for Liverpool. But a club hug is a nice one.
Yeah. Last night's game, just quickly.
I was excited for the game, disappointed on the performance. I think it was flat. It wasn't any spark in the team that we know. I think at the moment, especially yesterday's game, was a little bit too we're too waiting for front three to do something damage in the opposition. We need some creativity in the middle. But overall, I think it was a disappointing game. Although it did my head in how PSG play was diving and play acting. I think that ruins the game, and it loses the focus on actually a good performance from PSG. We rather talk about the diving now or the play acting instead of the performance. So, but yeah, I was doing my head in. But for my focus now is on Everton at the weekend.
Oh, mine too. And it makes for a great the game against Napoli. So it's going to be a wonderful atmosphere. So I can't wait. We can still do it, and if we do, travel sickness won't be a problem for Liverpool, will it? Not in the knockout stages. We just come alive, don't we?
I think the Liverpool team is made for playing, home and away games in the knockout stage because it's so hard to beat us. But we got to take one game at a time. Everton now is the focus, and it's a perfect game to hit back at the critics.
Yeah, thank you. And just last question. I should really get your prediction for the derby, but I'm nervous about that one. Can Liverpool win the title?
We can. We play good enough. Even though we haven't been playing our 100% best yet, we're still up there with City. But at the moment, I think City is really, really difficult to beat because they look unbelievable. We need them to slip up. Don't think they will do it, but we'll be closer this year than last year.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.
Cheers.
From Crosby Village to your radio.